So if you're someone that is a health expert and you're tired of being overworked, underpaid, and even a little bit burnt out while these influencers make way more money than you, this video might just change your life. Because I'm about to give you the exact 4-step system to grow your personal brand, become a leader in your industry, and scale your revenue. Today, we're talking about building your personal brand. This single strategy helped me make over $250,000 while I was in residency. And at the time, I was making about $40K a year, working 60 to 80 hours a week, barely sleeping, barely surviving in Miami, Florida. But this strategy flipped everything on its head. And now I'm on pace to make more in a month than most doctors make in a year, working way less. And I don't say that to brag. I say that to show you what is possible when you lock in and you build a personal brand. But first, let me ask you something. Raise your hand if this sounds familiar. You got your degree, you got years of training, real expertise, yet for some reason, some 22-year-old with abs and a ring light and has 10 times more followers, and they're charging $3 to $5 grand for advice you could probably give in your sleep. Sound familiar? Yeah, that used to drive me insane. And here's the part that will shock you. The health industry has been flipped upside down. People don't trust doctors anymore, and they get most of their health information from influencers. And expertise means nothing without attention, and authority means nothing without audience. So while you were studying for your boards and saving lives, the world passed you by. And marketing savvy creators were building million-dollar enterprises teaching basic nutrition. I saw it firsthand in residency. TikTokers with 0 credentials getting 10 million views. Actual doctors, 12 likes. And then I had my breakthrough. I realized the game had changed forever. And rather than getting mad about it, I did something about it. In 2025, if you're not building a personal brand, you're becoming irrelevant. That's just the rules of the game. So what I discovered next didn't just save my career, ultimately changed the trajectory of my life. My name is Dr. Emeka. Online, I'm known as Dr. Blade. And here's what happened since I made that decision. I've built a platform of over 480,000 followers. I've spoken at major conferences like the Bio Boardroom in front of over 100 physicians. I've connected with a bunch of amazing physicians all over the world. And I've even realized that cats are kind of cute. But here's what matters most. I did all of this while staying true to my career as a physician. And I can teach you how to do the same, whether you're in healthcare or not. Because this system doesn't just work for me, it's worked for an individual like Dr. Gino, who grew his brand to over 40K followers on multiple platforms as an ER physician, or Dr. Christine, an internal medicine physician who passed over 100K on TikTok and launched her first nutrition book. And it's helped practices generate over $100,000 per month in revenue. So the system works as long as you apply it. 5 years ago, I was in medical school. I was studying 12 hours a day, drowning in hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. And then one night, everything changed. I was scrolling Instagram late at night and I saw a fitness influencer with 0 medical training selling coaching programs for $2,500 to $3,000. And they had over 100 clients. That's over $300,000. I did the math. They were making more than most physicians' annual salary. And that's when it hit me. I wasn't broke because I lacked knowledge. I was broke because I lacked visibility. So I made a decision. I started sharing my expertise online. And at first, I struggled with consistency, like most people. I'd post occasionally, then stop, and then rinse and repeat. And then one day I was like, you know what? I gotta stop doing this. I finally said, I'm going to post for 30 days straight, no matter what. And at this time, TikTok was brand new, but I was encouraged to join the platform and I was posting consistently. And on day 7, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in the hospital on my lunch break. I was like, damn, I haven't posted today. And then I saw a viral trend. I recorded it on my lunch break and that video hit 7 million views. And that's when I realized the power of consistency. And over time, I got better. I refined my message. I became more creative. And as my brand grew, doors flew open. I had speaking gigs, partnerships, opportunities I never imagined. And then other doctors started asking me, yo, how did you do this? And that's when I realized I had something bigger than just my own success. And that's why I created Dr. Leadflow, which is the only marketing agency for health experts built by an actual physician. At least that I know of. Maybe there's others. And here's the 4-step process that you can apply to your brand to have the same type of success. I'm giving it all away for free. Step 1, spy on success. One of my favorite quotes is that success leaves clues. So instead of posting blindly, use apps like Viral Finder or Popsters to see what is working in your niche. And then find the top 5 creators. Study their top 10 posts from the last 30 days. Look for patterns, topics, hooks, thumbnails, and then recreate it in your own way. Ask yourself, how can I do this better? Leverage the fact that you have credentials because that is your unfair advantage. And then step 2, the content pyramid. Most experts just post random tips on random days or just reshare everything that aligns with them. But here's the framework that works. You have the tofu, No, not that tofu. This means top of the funnel content, and this should be 60% of your content. This should be myth-busting content, controversial takes, viral hooks, and then you have the mofu, which is the middle of the funnel content. This should be about 30% of your content. This is case studies, client results, educational breakdowns, and then you have the bofu, which is the bottom of the funnel. That's 10% of your content. That's gonna be testimonials, direct offers, and how to work with you posts. This ratio is everything, because you don't want to just sell all the time. You want to really nurture the relationships. So master it, and your engagement is going to explode. And then step 3, your phone equals a studio. You do not need a Hollywood setup. You need 3 things: your phone, a $50 mic, and then something like CapCut for editing. This microphone cost me about 70 bucks, right? You do not need that much. And to be honest, some of my top videos were shot in my car or in my office. It doesn't really matter about the gear. You don't need to have tons of crazy lights. It's really about the story, the consistency, and the message that you're trying to convey. And then step 4 is the daily discipline. Here's the brutal truth. 1 video will not change your life. 500 will. So batch record 10 videos, 1 day every week. It could be on Sunday. Schedule them out and then show up every single day like your career depends on it, because financially it does. This system works because it solves 3 core problems: time, strategy, and consistency. So follow these 4 steps and you're gonna be in the top 1% of health experts online. So what happens when you nail this system? Well, eventually you'll have financial explosion. Your income is no longer gonna be capped by just patient slots. You can have a course that you launch, which can equal 6 months of your salary. You create a coaching program so you can train people or help people from all over the world and make semi-passive income. And you're going to build your authority. Media might reach out to you. Conferences are going to invite you. Colleagues start asking you for advice. And then you have legacy. Instead of helping 20 patients a day, you can help 20,000 with 1 video. Your reach starts to go global and your legacy can become permanent if that's important to you. But here's the best part. You get your life back. No more 60 to 80 hour work weeks, no more trading time for money, no more working with unqualified people, no more being drained by your work system because you have no option and you can't escape because you need them for your income. And you get to profit from your knowledge. You become the authority you were meant to be. Now here's where most people blow it. They watch this video, they're like, man, this handsome guy just really gave me a lot of knowledge. They get inspired for maybe 30 seconds and then they do nothing. They just scroll. Do not be that person. If you're serious about turning your expertise into wealth, and if you're ready to stop being the best kept secret, if you want the templates, the strategy, the support, then join my free community, the Lead Flow Accelerator. Inside my community, you're gonna get the full 4-step system that I just talked about, the 30 proven viral content templates, weekly live training sessions, case studies from successful clients.
I'm Dr. Leslie Allen, the owner of DNA Doc Functional Medicine Services. So I've always ran digital ads and my funnels were not working. I was paying about $130 for a lead. Not a great lead, a lead. So he got it all set up and I believe my leads are coming in at like $3.38 now. And I highly recommend you check out Dr. Lead Flow.
And a network of action takers just like you. But it won't be free forever. Once we hit 200 members, it's going to become paid only. So there's a link down in the description. Click it and join today. And if this video opened your eyes to what's possible, smash that subscribe button, ring the bell. I drop $1 million strategies for health experts every single week. And this is just the beginning. Remember, your expertise can change the world, but only if the world knows you exist. So stop hiding, start building. I'll see you inside the Lead Flow Accelerator. And in the next video, where I break down formulas that got me millions of views. Now let's go build something legendary.